Welcome back everybody to the I'm All Abroad YouTube channel. As I say every single day, if you are brand new here, please help a little channel out to become a little bit bigger by simply clicking on the subscribe button and the notification tab. I keep saying it costs you nothing to do it, but it really does help the channel out as we slowly start to grow. It is Wednesday already. Where are the weeks going this year? It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? And we are still on the Japanese ferries. I'm in Hokkaido and I'm at the ferry terminal where I spent over 5 hours waiting for my ferry to leave. So the main problem is with the ferries in Japan is a lot of them leave from industrial areas. So you have to kind of figure out how to get there and get there affordably. Now some of them are close to the city, so it's okay, but this one was 4 kilometers, I think it was, out of the city area, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you will most probably know from your city that travelling around an industrial area can be quite difficult. But nevertheless, 5 hours seem to go pretty quick out there. By the time you had something to eat and had a look around, the time kind of flew. So here we are at the ferry terminal, just having a look around it, and I give you a little bit of a guided tour, and then after it you're going to see some outtakes. I'll put the outtakes right at the end because you may not want to see me doing the same thing 3 or 4 or 5 times. But I hope you enjoy today's episode. It's a pretty good one. We have a pretty good close-up look of the ferry, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode of it. If you do have any comments, by the way, please leave it in the comment box below. If you want to know anything about the Japanese ferries, also leave it in the comment box below. And by the way, I do mention the Ferry 21 pass that I was travelling on this year, in fact in 2020. That pass no longer exists due to COVID. When COVID came along, it sort of killed the passenger ferry industry in Japan, so they've got rid of that pass. But I did contact them, and what they're going to do is, after COVID ends and we all get back to some sort of normality, they're going to have a brand new pass, and apparently it's going to be even better than the pass I was on. So watch your space. As soon as they release the information, I will certainly pass it on to you. Anyway, without any further ado, here it is, Wednesday's episode of Japan by Ferry. Got some pretty cool souvenirs. I'm not quite sure if we get our ticket now or if we get it later. It's looking quite deserted down here. But as I say, we've had to come out super early for our 5 o'clock ferry. The ticket counter you see over there is all closed. I did see someone here just a minute. Well, you saw them as well. We'll try and ring the bell again. Waiting, you can look at the, where is it, souvenirs, what have they got? They got some coins, Miss Kitty's a big thing, toy ferries. I don't think anyone's coming to this counter anytime soon, so I think we'll go for a walk. They don't want to serve me at the moment. What does it say? I don't know. Let's look down here anyway. Close, close, close. Everything closed. Hopefully I can get a cup of tea upstairs. All the different ferries you can go on. There's several different companies all going around Japan, the ferries. They all compete with each other, but they also all do the Japan 21 pass. So I'll be travelling on 3 different companies, I think it is, while I'm here. So I get to experience all the different boats. And this one is absolutely massive. Oh, the door's open. So we can come and look at the ferry. Maybe. Is this door open? This door's open. Aha! Excellent, he says. Walk down here before I turn the camera around and show you our big boat. It's loading trucks and everything now. Wow, look at that. We're going on it. You're coming with us. We're not going on it yet, so you're going to have to join us later, but it's you and me and everybody else on the internet that's going on this amazingly huge ferry, and I hope you do enjoy when you see it. I hope you enjoy the footage, because, as I was saying, I haven't seen really any footage on the internet about the Japanese ferries, which I don't know why, because with what I've experienced already over the previous 2 ferry trips, it's amazing, it's spectacular. But I suppose when people come to Japan, they just want to zoom here and zoom there and be as quick as possible. They know about the Shinkansen, but this is it's a cheap way of cruising. If you like cruising, this is it. Got some trucks boarding now. We'll try not to be run over by one of them. Unloading, in fact. Look at that. That's a beast. Absolute beast. Come down here and see if we can get a better shot of them going in and out. Don't know if I'm allowed in here, but I really want to try capture it on video. If they yell at me, you know I'm not allowed here. Waiting for something to come off the boat. I can hear something. Ah, missed it. I do hear some screaming on the microphone. I don't know if they're screaming at me or if they're just screaming. This rope, jeez. If it broke, it would certainly fling and hurt. I can't really get any closer without being hit by a truck, and that's something I don't want to do. But I do want to get a shot here with the rope. This huge Japanese ferry. They're honestly, they're massive, they're beautiful, I am so excited to go on this one. It is beyond massive. When I think I mentioned in the other video, I've been on a cruise before in Australia, and the cruise was rather ordinary. It was by a company called P&O. If you ever go to Australia and decide or think about going on a P&O cruise ship, don't. I'm led to believe P&O is okay in Europe, but in Australia they're not. It's a cheap budget holiday on a really rundown vessel, and the whole staff are in fact backpackers, and they're not proper staff. I mean, the captain isn't that, but the the staff for customer service isn't. They're just filthy. Boats are filthy. It's just not a nice experience. These ferries are bigger, much bigger than the P&O cruise ship. They're huge, and the service on them is exceptional. Honestly, I'm not kidding you when I say I honestly thought by going on a ferry it would just be like public transport. There'd be no customer service, there'd be someone there to check your ticket and all, but you know, there'd be no one to help you during your cruise. That it would be nice, yeah, but somewhat dirty, somewhat grottier inside, with it being a ferry. But no, the service on them is exceptional, beyond exceptional. It's like having well, it's better than being on a cruise ship, obviously, and the cleanliness is just mind-blowing. But you would expect that of Japan, wouldn't you? You don't know these things until you come to Japan. And then, you know, and then you're blown away. Not even going to try and get my ticket now. We're going to go upstairs. Oh, we'll have a quick look at the ticket counter, just in case somebody is there and there's not. Let's go up in the lift, all the way up, see what's up here. Second floor. And look out the windows and look at what's going on. I suppose 5 hours is not going to be the end of the world hanging around here, especially, you know, we'll be boarding at most probably 4:30 maybe. So after I catch up on YouTube and that, the time will go pretty quick. That chimney stack over there, if you can see it on the cam, that's where we were. So 4.5 k's from there to here. That's where your train station is. So a bit of a hike. And the other problem is not so much the walking. I mean, especially Australians, we love to walk. But as you get closer here to the ferry area, because it's industrial, you find that the footpaths disappear. The roads can get pretty busy with trucks. So, you know, it is a mission, even in Japan, to walk to the ferry. But this could change. Other ferry terminals, I know one of the ferry terminals we're going to is going to be fine, and it's going to be right next to a train museum, so we will be going in a train museum on our journeys. So these are the three companies of the ferries we're going to go on. See the different quality and standards of it all. They have their Christmas tree up ready for next year, this year. Ah, that's a nice picture up there with the flowers. So today we are going to so up there, Tamiyaki, we're going to Nagoya, and then from Nagoya we're going to go up to Sendai, back up the top again, and then we're going to come back down to Odari. I think that's what I'm doing today. The 60th anniversary, 1958 to 2018. So we're in 2020 now. So it's been a couple more years since their 60th. She's a beauty. I'm very excited about this one. The other one I was excited about, but this one, because it's bigger, is I think going to be terrific fun. I think this might have more features on this boat. A couple of things you can do while you're waiting, of course. Just like everywhere on the planet, there's shops where you can buy all your snacks, junk food, souvenirs, magazines. We'll come back, look at that in a second. We'll just see what else is down here. What is this? This is just a resting room, obviously. For, yeah, mothers, elderly. Just go in there and chill. Cafe. Quick ramen. That's what it is, quick ramen. They're polishing the floor and doing a really good job. Good job. Good job. What else we got down here? We've just basically got the toilets and the downstairs area, so let's go back. They're all yelling at me, but in a happy voice. I think they're saying, woohoo! Are we on camera? Are we stars? It's going to be the boarding gate when we board. It's quite flash, really, isn't it? Really makes you think you're going on an absolute adventure. You see the massive boats down there. And this fantastic boarding gate. Honestly, this boarding gate looks wonderful. Better than any aeroplane. Alright, we'll put the suitcase here. Hopefully, because it's empty, they won't tell us off for filming in here, so I'll shorten the cam. You got your magazines, books, alcohol. I said that as if I drink a lot. I hardly ever drink. I really don't. But when you're on holidays, you can indulge a bit. So the red up here, of course, means they're the hot drinks. Hot teas and coffees and soups and bits and pieces. The blue, of course, means cold. Your jellies, your cool drinks, your cold meals down here, which are terrific to take on the boat if you want to save yourself a bit of money. Just discovered the other day the food is quite expensive on the boats. There's a good variety as well. These are seaweed and rice with different flavours inside them. Your snacks, your chippies, biscuits, cookies, biscuits. Cookies and biscuits are all the same. What are these? These are asparagus chips. Made of asparagus. How cool. What else have we got here? We've got tomato. So obviously it's the juice of the asparagus, the juice of the tomato in the chip. We should try them. I might get some and try them on the boat maybe. Your bubble gums. The creme brulee. There's a lot of creme brulees around here for some reason. It must be part of the region. But how good do they look? Yummy. And again, all your gift boxes, which if you're visiting somebody, this is what you take them. You take them a little gift. That's real nice, isn't it? For a, where is it for a gift? Oh, look what's inside them. Where is it? Where is it? There. These are so nice. These are real strawberries. Real dried strawberries in the chocolate. And they're in these containers. Oh, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. What do we got up here? Something to do with lavender. It's a tea, lavender tea. And they have corn tea. Interesting. So these are the meals you can make yourself, heat up yourself. Oh, yummy. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Gosh. That looks so nice. So pretty. In the selection of souvenirs, you got a boat. That's the boat we're going on, 900 yen. That's what it looks like. Wow. Ah, I just broke the boat. Japanese yen wallets. The paws if you want to be a not so scary grizzly bear. There's a lot of lavender here. Obviously, it's a lavender region. I love lavender. Smells so good. The foxes, aren't they cute? They are so cute. How much are they? 968 yen. You get yourself a little fox. Wow. And then this is their mascot of Hokkaido. He is the scariest thing. He, if you see him, he'll bite your head off. Literally. You'll be walking down the street, you'll see the character, he'll come up and he'll just on top of your head. He's kind of scary, but kind of cute. Ah, look at the fire coming from the chimney. That's pretty cool. Kind of dangerous, considering all the tanks around it are obviously full of petroleum of some description. Obviously normal, meant to do that, but yeah, I don't want to be too close. Oh. What do we got over here? So amazing. I'm absolutely blown away by the experience so far on the ferries, and that's the only problem that I've discovered is to travel to them. If the ferry companies want tourists to catch it, and this is the whole idea of the Japan 21 pass, they're trying to encourage tourists to catch it, and in fact they lose money on the Japan 21 pass. All they have to do to fix the problem, the only problem I see, is to put a shuttle bus on from the closest train station. And they don't have to run them all during the day if they don't want. They could just say, okay, well look, if you're catching the 5 o'clock ferry from the train station, there'll be a 3 o'clock bus that'll take you to the 5 o'clock ferry. That's all they got to do. And vice versa, when the ferry arrives in port, they just have to say, okay, well, half an hour after the boat arrives, there will be a shuttle bus to the closest train. If they did that one simple thing, I'm pretty sure these ferries would be absolutely packed if that happened. So this is obviously the museum on the floor. They have a little map of the port and another view out the window. This gives you a really good indication of what I mean when you're walking. You got to walk through that. There is a lift. It's got a pretty cool picture of a boat on it. So as you can see from the map behind me, the Japanese ferry system pretty much covers the whole entire country. The route we're going on today, in fact, is this yellow one, and I don't understand that. So if you're wondering where all the Japanese ferries go, well, you can see on the map behind me here. They're all colour-coded, and each one of these lines, in fact, is a different ferry company. We're going to be catching all of them and seeing what the different sorts of ferries are, which offers the best service, which has the best facilities on the ferry, and we're going to cover as much of the country as we can. Now, I've only noticed one problem with the ferries, and that's getting out to the port. Sure, you can walk or catch a taxi, but a taxi is very expensive. A very easy fix for the ferry companies to consider is to simply put a shuttle bus on from the main train station. Even if it's just one or two, an hour or so before the ferry is due to leave, if it picked up tourists and brought them out here, it would be a lot easier. So as you can see from the map behind me, the Japanese ferries pretty much cover the whole country, and the ferries are operated by 3 or 4 different companies. So throughout this video, we're going to catch ferries from all the different companies and see what the difference is in quality and standard of each particular ferry. Now, there's only one problem I've discovered so far with the ferry system, and that's getting out to the port. Sure, you can walk, you can get a taxi, but a taxi is very expensive. And it's a really easy fix, in fact. All the ferry operators need to do is to put on a shuttle bus, maybe from the local train station, that picks up people just once a day, an hour before the ferry leaves, and brings them down to the ferry. And then when the ferry arrives, pick up the passengers, take them back to the local station. It's an easy thing to do, and if the ferry companies adopted that, then it would be pretty much a perfect system. So here I am, about to make the trip that I never thought I'd be doing, and under different circumstances, I certainly never would have thought about catching a ferry in Japan. But let's get on board and have a look and see what the ferry has to offer. And so, due to those circumstances, And so, due to And so here I am in Japan, about to catch a ferry. Under any other circumstances, I wouldn't have even thought about catching a ferry. But it's time to hop on board and let's see what the ferry system has to offer. So here I am at the ferry terminal. Shut up! So here I am in Japan, about to catch a ferry. Under different circumstances, I would never even have thought about catching one. But due to what's happened, I think I need time. And the Japanese ferry system is going to give me that time. So here I am, about to catch a Japanese ferry. Something I never thought I'd be doing. And certainly under different circumstances, I wouldn't have even given it a second thought. But I need some time. I need time to process everything that's happened. And I need time to grieve. So here I am, about to catch a Japanese ferry. Under different circumstances, I never would have even thought about catching a ferry in Japan. But maybe it's meant to be. Maybe I just need some time. And on the Japanese ferry, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of that. And so here I am in Japan, about to catch my very first Japanese ferry. It's something I never thought I'd be doing, and certainly under different circumstances, I wouldn't have even thought about catching a ferry. But maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it's a place that's going to give me some time to think, process, and put everything back together in my life. Stupid computer.